Are you looking for new subclasses to fit your favorite guild in Ravnica?
Well, today we are looking at Ravnica Heroes of the Guild. Welcome to the Homebrew Crew. I'm Tony, this is Sean, and today we are going over Ravnica Heroes of the Guild.
Yes, this comes from Christian Eichhorn and Christopher Walz. They have some other work on DM's Guild as well, so if you want to check them out, please feel free to do so. They have a lot of really cool stuff. Today we're looking at a supplement for the Ravnica setting.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Sean.
Yes.
I don't know much about Ravnica. I played Magic the Gathering way back in the day. You know, it was basic black and white deck. Nothing too special.
Yeah.
But obviously, this has become a very big property for Wizards of the Coast, as well as with D&D. Now we have that melding.
It's really cool to see these two universes combining, and the really neat thing about this supplement is that there's actually subclasses for each of the different guilds that exist in the Ravnica world.
Yes, and today we're going to go over one in particular because we want you guys to be able to go out, take a look at this, purchase it, and do whatever you want with it if you're so inclined. And some of them are pretty interesting.
Yeah, we might give a slight PG-13 warning for the Radkos subclasses, but regardless, they're very cool. They're very well themed and flavored as well, and you're gonna find a lot of different ones. There's a paladin, a monk, a wizard. There's 13 different subclasses in here, so you get a lot of value for what you're paying for,
and a lot of backstory as to how those particular circles and those guilds work with things. Because it really is impactful into that setting.
Yeah, it goes a lot into like the Magic the Gathering lore. So if you're really into that, it's really good if you want to go into that lore, or if you want to homebrew it, go for it.
Now, I might take this Selesnya Conclave, the Druid of the Worldsoul.
Yes. Yeah.
I like this one a lot, and this is probably my favorite one out of the entire set.
It's really cool, and it's really cool because we haven't done a Druid yet, but it's
our
really
first
neat.
Druid. Isn't this great?
It's really neat because the focus, of course, with many Druids is the whole nature thing, but there's a central focus of community.
Yes. And this one is kind of neat because we're going to go through a couple of different things with it. Obviously, you get a nifty little roll table in the beginning for what your keepsake is.
Yeah.
Just a nifty little flavor thing.
And some of them are really cute. If you roll a 6, your keepsake is your grandmother's recipe for honey cakes.
I want that.
It does not get cuter than that.
I want that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
But you start off here at second level with it. You get Bonds of Community. Now, this is an awesome ability. Like, I saw this and I went, how come no one's done this before?
Yeah, so basically, if there's a creature that is blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, stunned, or suffering from a level of exhaustion, you can basically touch them, and you take the condition and you put it on yourself, remove it off of the target, but you take whatever effects are coming in. But the cool thing is that target is now immune while you're absorbing the effect.
Right, and it lasts forever long that you have your spell modifier, or your modifier, your casting modifier. So it's a number of rounds equal to your druid. I'm sorry, it's your druid level, equal to your druid level. So what happens with that is, let's say I'm a third level druid or whatever. You're blind.
Yeah.
I come over to you. I touch you like that. Now I'm blind. He's immune to being blind, and it lasts for the 3 rounds.
Yeah, depending on so if you pick this at, whatever level, it's however many levels you have as a druid, keep in mind though that once this effect ends, the effect does come back to the target. So you're still going to have to figure out how to get that, condition off of that person. But it's really neat because if you got like a ranger or a fighter who needs to see where they're shooting,
right?
You get it off of them for a little bit, and now they can aim or they can hit or whatever they need to.
See, now on here too, I noticed this with it. It says you do not make the saving throw against the condition, nor do you reduce the duration of the effect in any way. If you would otherwise be immune to the condition, you still suffer for it. So let's say I'm a Yanti, I'm immune to being poisoned. Yeah. Right? I still poison myself because you're taking the condition from them and experiencing it for them, and you can't lessen that, and you don't make those throws to see if you're saving.
Exactly.
So it does have some pretty good detrimental effect to it too, which balances this out. Now, you do get some circle spells. Everybody gets circle spells. We like those. So you get nifty ones: Bless, Ceremony, Calm Emotions, Warding Bond, Great Food and Water, Glyph of Warding, Guardian of Faith, and Mordecai's Private Sanctum.
Yes, again, more themed around this whole, community, being together, working together kind of mindset, which is really, really great.
All right, good. I'm going to let you take this next one.
Oh, boy. So this next ability, and, 2020, I don't know a lot about the Ravnica setting either, but this is...
But you pronounce things better than I do.
Well, that's arguable. This is the Embrace of Selesnya. Now, this is a cool ability at 6th level. Thank you. You can use a reaction when you and at least one ally within 60 feet of you that you can see are forced to make a saving throw against the same spell or effect. Right. Essentially, anybody in this aura, you can use the bonus to that saving throw from another ally.
And again, this is you can't use it until you finish a short rest. So this is like a one-time thing kind of thing. But let's say I'm really good at those saving throws against I don't know, dexterity, right? Like that monk we dealt with yesterday. I'm really good against dexterity,
yes,
or someone else's. And you use this, and now everybody that's around you with it. Now 60 feet is a big thing.
It is,
but it basically just allows everyone in your party to use your modifier.
Yes, and it's really
or
cool.
Someone else's.
Yeah, so you can borrow whatever's convenient at the time, which is really nice because it encourages you to be kind of relatively close. 60 feet is a decent range, but you have those party members that might travel far. This encourages you to be within at least a certain range. That way, if something does happen to the lot of you, you can at least have a chance to borrow that modifier from someone else to keep yourself possibly alive longer.
Yep. And see, this is a great one. I really love this class. It's something that's not done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's pretty cool. Now, at 10th level, you get Convocation. Did I say that one right?
I think so.
And this one is the Worldsoul empowers you to call forth more allies. So whenever you conjure a single beast, elemental, fey, you summon an additional 2, countering 1/2 or lower. So essentially, this is just adding more to that fray. Now, if you use this to conjure those pixies and that whole thing with the which, by the way, is the biggest exploit ever, to turn them into T-Rexes or whatever with polymorph. But you would get 2 more. There would be 2 more T-Rexes involved with it.
But it's great because, again, back to community. The more the merrier. I imagine like those Disney movies where the birds start flying in and, it's very fitting for a druid. So, again, it's a nice little, like, kind of like a little kind of additional ability, but it fits the theme very well.
Yeah, and I think it does. I think it works.
Yeah, and that goes very well into the last ability that you get at 14th level, which is called Ties That Bond. So if an allied creature you can see within 60 feet is reduced to 0 hit points, you can actually use the reaction to put yourself at 0 and you begin to die, but then the target takes whatever hit points you had and actually continues fight.
So you're basically switching your health with that dead person. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if I'd ever want to switch places with a dead person, but I do see the mechanic of that and how useful that could be.
It's definitely a very risky move to pull off. But if you're feeling confident in your abilities as the druid, or if you have like other tricks up your sleeve, it's a nice, neat little trick that you can pull off, especially if you're trying to keep a certain party member alive. There's a lot of different ways you can use this. But the neat thing is, again, and with all these abilities, that they're very balanced. I think everything, has a benefit, but the ones that seem very beneficial have a certain detriment that might not seem so great. You have to kind of consider your situation.
That's right. Now, I do believe this one is available in the DM's Guild currently.
Yes, it is.
Or if it's not, it's coming very, very soon. You're probably watching this video on that page, which is fine. But this is a great one if you want to add more to your Ravnica campaign. I know Ravnica is really popular now with a lot of stuff, and I think this is something that you can use to actually just flavor that campaign more and give those guilds a little bit more robust to them.
Yes, and of course, if you're running a homebrew campaign, there's a couple classes here that do kind of specialize in the Ravnica setting. Work with your DM and work with your players to see how you can rewrite things and see how you can add it in, because it's really cool to see all these new subclasses. So if you can find a way to fit them in your homebrew campaign, you're going to be having a really good time with those. Absolutely.
Now, there's a couple of things we want to mention to everybody on here. One is our bi-weekly stream, The Maw, that we do every other Tuesday night, where we'll play test your homebrew races and classes live on the stream.
Yes, and so again, we do that every other week. You might see things like the Heroes of the Guilds on there, and not to mention, it helps us with the book that we're working on, Vogel's Guidebook to the Maw.
That's right. That's going to be 5 new races, 5 new classes, 20 magic items, 30 monsters, a bunch of new mechanics like a class switch system, and we're all in play testing right now. It's very, very exciting.
Yes, absolutely. And finally, if you want to get a couple of sneak peeks at what's going on behind the scenes, you can sign up for our Patreon down below. If you sign up for a certain tier, you will actually get some exclusive sound bites and videos and pictures of some of the stuff that we're working on behind the scenes. And we do want to thank our Patreons, of course, us who are already supporting us. We do appreciate the support, as every dollar does go to helping our equipment.
Right. And remember to like and subscribe down here in the corner. And remember, the best campaigns are always the ones that are homebrewed. Until next time,
Keep brewing.